Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. This is for my Wordle Muses. I just did today's Wordle is novel. And so this is a response to my Wordle Muses. I'm just so excited about this. I was recently suspended from Twitter, and it's opening up a whole new avenue for me, which is just doing. Yes. I lost, and this is my novel is going online and writing stuff on Twitter every day, and it forms like a novel. It's my novel. It's a new form of writing novels, I guess. This is my form of it, and it's all deleted. Don't worry about it, because now I'm gonna do video novels. I was gonna. This is a video novel, so. Today I went through, I was going through the For You feed at Twitter, and I have to start walking to work at around 4:40. So I have a few minutes. I woke up earlier than usual, so we're gonna do this novel right now. The nice thing about doing these video things is I could just upload directly to YouTube. I don't have to change it to MP4. It's very complicated. I'm just gonna finish it. I'm not even going to edit it. I'm just going to put it up on YouTube, so for fun. So today I was going through my For You feed, and I found out something fun I want to do, which is this is, I don't know, OG. You guys remember Name That Tune? And can you name that tune in 3 notes, 4 notes, 2 notes? Right now, I'm going to play a game called How Long Does It Take for You to Tell If These Two Guys Are Gay? This is Benny Johnson on the left and Kash Patel, our FBI director, on the right. Come on, cat. See, that's my cat. Hello, cat. Okay, bye. Get out of here. So, that's Shoto Bear. Ready? Here we go. See if you could do it as quickly as I did it. I think it was less than 5 seconds. Ready?
It's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing?
Oh, I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I gotta get to that.
Yeah. Okay, 9 seconds. Can you name that tune? So both these guys are gay in less than 10 seconds. Can you name that tune? This was an easy one. So these two are gay. Kash Patel and Benny Johnson on the left. And my next project, my Wordle Muses, maybe, we'll see. There's so much to do that's fun. It's like a kid in a candy shop. All the stuff we could do to get world peace coming. So I'm going to do, remember I would always post forever and ever this list of the 41 closeted gay U.S. senators, and I'm posting. But today's generation doesn't read anything. I learned that in jail. They don't read shit. I'm going to try not to swear on this thing. Let's see if we could do this cleanly. But they don't read anything, so everything's done with video stuff, So I'm just going to do this in video form. I'm going to go through and give a little clip of every senator that's gay. You can just see it. Okay, this is gay, and then I'll make a whole video compilation of all 41 U.S. senators with just little clips showing that what triggered my gaydar. So that'll be fun. Then you could input that into a real AI, not Grok or any of this BS coming from Elon. That guy is also gay, by the way. I mean, so that's fine. So that was fun this morning. I saw that, and then I made a list, and the list was, let's talk about boo security really fast. So good news is, I said last week that okay, we're gonna talk about boost security real fast. I'm gonna upload this by 4 for whatever, like 4:15 is usually when I get prepared for work. So here we go. Boo security. Why I'm feeling so okay about, I'm not 100% okay, and I am going to work on a video about mass shootings. The biggest mass shooting, the last big mass shooting happened at Uvalde's school shooting, and way back in 2023. No, 2022. That was the last big mass shooting. They've cut down, and I'll go through that. But You wouldn't believe that. You wouldn't know that from the news and the way they're trying to blow up mass shootings. But I'll go through all that later. But it's very important. That's another project I'm doing. I'll go through that later. But the reason I feel vibes. It's funny. I was watching the WNBA, the WNBA All-Star Draft, and Caitlin Clark was like, I'm just gonna go on vibes, and I'm going, yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I do a lot of stuff on vibes. She's just gonna pick the team based on vibes. Very good. Trust your instincts, girls. Trust your instincts, ladies, because you've got that's your superpower. Every one of you. Okay, you have really good instincts. So my instincts. A long time ago, Rosie said, like, I'm going to say this is like 15 years ago or maybe 10 years ago, but she came on once and she said, I would never let a gay man or a gay man babysit my kids. And I said, what the F? This is, if you're going to say, name the top 3 big lesbians out there, like influential. It was going to be Ellen, and it's going to be Rosie, and it's going to be, I don't know who else, but she's a huge influence. And I also said, just very recently, I said, when the lesbians turn is when it's all over for the gay Nazis, the gay men. Because once they turn, then and I think she turned. Rosie turned recently because she came on and she started attacking Trump on the floods in Texas. And I said, okay, another thing that happened with Rosie way back in 2006, 2005 even, she came on The View and she said, okay, scientists out there, there's something wrong with 9/11. All you physicists and scientists, explain it to me because there's something wrong and get on it. And I got on it and I ended up with this whole website called 9/11 and everything like that. But Rosie is definitely not somebody who she's just very lesbian, meaning they're just the best people on the planet. They're very smart this way, but they could be kind of easily influenced. Once you get them sick on the right person, it's all over. Okay, so like Hispanic lesbians in the LA County jail. I mean, you don't want to generalize a lot of things, but these, if you want security and you want somebody who's going to put up with gay BS at the same time, just not be corrupt, hire a Hispanic police officer, a Hispanic deputy, anything like that. Okay, they're not going to be corrupt. They're going to balance things out. They're not going to be easily influenced by gay because they get people who are gay, but they're also not homophobic in a way. It's just, I can't explain it. But if you're looking for security people, if you're looking for somebody who like a security detail to protect you, and if you're a celebrity, hire an Hispanic lesbian. Okay, I don't know. It's just that's the impression I got when I was in LA County Jail. Okay, they were the best ones. So anyway, Rosie turned, meaning she came out against Trump, meaning Trump has got her now in a 4D chess move going on for several reasons. Number one, she doesn't trust gay men. I'm not saying all gay men were. I mean, she doesn't trust gay men. She gets it. Okay, when I say so the mass shooting thing, I think I'm feeling better about it because once the lesbians turn, then you're going to get in the crowdsourcing rule arena. Crowdsourcing, meaning once you get those people turned, it's just going to happen very quickly. And then somebody mentioned Aja Wilson from the WNBA, who never smiles. She's somebody I saw online. They said, oh, look at these old tweets from her. She said something against Brittany Griner. And it was like, yeah, that's a man. And she was saying this years ago. And it's like, yeah, okay, so, yeah. So Rosie turned, Aja smiled. I'm just letting everybody know the inside, like how my little vibes work. When somebody said Aja smiled, I said, oh, okay, so the WNBA is okay. Like, Rosie turned, Aja smiled. It tells me that the WNBA lesbians are also turning right. They're not like, they're onto it too. They're onto the gay thing that I've been saying. Like, so I don't know why I don't know why this is. I just got the feeling that things are shifting now because Rosie turned and then Aja smiled. So I think a lot of things about Aja was she's just under the weight of a lot of gay Nazis. Like, they follow her, they attack her, and they do race baiting stuff, and it makes her very unhappy. And now she's happy, and now she's on Caitlin's team. I was going to go online yesterday and say, hey, Caitlin, pick Aja because, I think she's pretty cool once you get rid of the race baiting stuff. And if you get her in the right direction, meaning stop attacking white women and start attacking white gay men, okay? And it just lifted, I think it just lifted all this anger off of her. And she smiled. I don't know. I didn't see her smile. It was on the For You feed. It said, "Oh, Aja smiled yesterday," and it's just the funniest thing. So it's the funniest things that make my instincts go okay. So, and then you say, well, how does that mean you feel okay about the mass shootings? It just feels like I don't feel the vibe that there's going to be a mass shooting at a WNBA game anymore, and I especially don't feel the vibe that there's going to be a mass shooting anymore at the Kelly Clarkson thing going on in Las Vegas. Oh, by the way, look at that. And Aja's in Vegas. So that could also be a connection subconsciously. Okay? So Kelly's in Vegas. Aja's in Vegas. Aja smiled. Rosie turned. And we're okay. Now, does that mean that there's going to be no mass shootings? No, it just means it's time for me to shift away from this. It was just a very good time. And subconsciously, the most important thing I need right now is my job, okay? So earlier that day, before I started exploding all over the Twitter feed to be suspended, I realized that my Twitter feed had been tagging Lowe's my work, okay? I didn't realize this, and I just don't want to be fired from Lowe's. Everybody out there, everybody, boss man, if you hear this, I don't care about anything else. I don't have a car. I don't whatever. I don't care about anything. Just do not let the gay Nazis. There's always a couple of them somewhere, and they always come after my work. I mean, even my own gay baby daddy. This is just what they do. He's not a gay Nazi, but this is just they're very good at. They know how to hurt people, and it's usually financially. But so just make sure. So I got my Twitter feed completely erased. I'm not going to mention Lowe's except for this video anymore. I work there fine, but I'm not going to film inside there. I'm not even going to do the now playing, which I like to do for Lowe's radio. Lowe's is out of the picture as far as being on my social media anywhere. Okay? Protect my job. So I'm not going to mention Lowe's. I'm not saying... I'm just saying I don't want to have any kind of excuse going forward for Lowe's. So that worked out well. That whole Twitter thing is gone. So Boo Security's fine. And now I watched the NBA's All-Star Draft. I'm going to make a video about this. But Courtney Williams, just before I was suspended, I was going to say, hey, you guys, watch out. There's Courtney Williams on the All-Stars. I think she was one, and I said Skylar Diggins might be. These are race baiting people a little bit. Not race baiting. Not Courtney Williams isn't race baiting, but she was taking a dive similar to like Colson on the Indiana Fever. Is definitely a race baiter. She definitely takes dives. But then Courtney Williams took a dive in the exact same game that looked a lot like what Courtney Colson was doing. And I just wanted to say, when I said online that there's a lot of guards especially taking dives, this is also why Aja smiled, because I think if she got whiff of this and it eventually got to her that there's some people taking dives, she knew exactly on her own team who's taking dives and who isn't. Okay, so Aja's not taking dives, but she knew exactly around the league. I think everybody knows, and these aren't bad people. Okay. Colson, they're just trying to make a living, and I'm not saying they're evil. Remember, the white gay men. That's it, okay? Like all these other people, I wouldn't trust them, but they're not evil people. Okay, I wouldn't trust Colson. I don't think I would trust Courtney Williams. They're the sweetest people too when you talk to them. Well, not necessarily Colson when she's doing the race baiting stuff, but maybe Courtney Williams. I don't know, but she's doing this live stream stuff. But yeah, so just a heads up that these are just very few. So another thing I wanted to mention, I've got, what did I say? I was going to end at 4:15. So just really quick, the WNBA draft was fantastic. I was happy to see those guys smiling. Nafisha Collier, just top-notch person. And, that was fantastic seeing the WNBA going on like this. All those people all those centers. Oh, that's my alarm. I usually go back to sleep for a few more minutes, so let's do that. Okay, so really fast, I might make a video about this, but I want to do this other video. So before, I was making videos, 5 more minutes, this is fine. I was making videos about Colson taking dives, and one of the things I said in the video was, look at her, she's not passing to a wide open Sophie Cunningham. And then I say she stands around and doesn't defend under the basket. And then I said she does some obvious turnovers with the ball handling. And ESPN, you better believe the gay Nazis pay attention to what I do. If nobody else does, the gay Nazis do. Okay, and they work at ESPN. And they are really pushing to get Colson in the starting position because she rigs games. And game rigging is a huge deal for them right now, okay? So you could tell also just with the just really fast, I noticed when they were doing little clips for the WNBA draft stuff, the ESPN was doing all this stuff. Every single clip showing the Fever was showing Colson doing something good. Okay, so there's still some people there pushing Colson. And I'm pushing against her starting or even playing or even being on the team. Not a bad person, but she's toxic and she takes dives. And just the very fact that ESPN is pushing her is a bad sign. Okay, that alone tells you enough, okay? Same with Courtney Williams. Not bad people, okay? Okay, so what I meant to say was, after I criticized these 3 things in that video, the very next game, there was a play where she had a wide open shot to the basket, a wide open easy layup. And instead of laying it up for an easy 2 points, it was so weird. She passes it to Sophie Cunningham for a 3-pointer, and Sophie takes the shot and it almost went in. And it was so disappointing to the announcer. The announcer was so pissed off at Sophie Cunningham. She's like, Sophie's got to start making those. Like, what the fuck? That was only Sophie Cunningham's second shot of the entire game, and it went out. That's fine. There were 2 3-point shots she took. But the previous game, she was hitting them all over the place, and she got hot later in the game, and they took her out immediately. They're trying to replace, maybe not, they can't, I think they gave up on having Colson start. Ari's got that spot now. But now the second thing is they're really pushing to have Colson come in instead of Sophie is the push. And what I'm saying is the very next game, they addressed everything I was criticizing about Colson. So they tried, which was they needed a clip of Colson passing it to Sophie for a 3-point where everybody cheered. They really needed that clip so badly, and the announcer was like so upset that they didn't get that clip, and she was so upset at Sophie. She's got to hit those because that was on their little checklist. We need a clip, and every single little clip, like Colson did about 3 or 4 good things in that game, and it's all over the internet. And every time Colson, instead of KK with the block was the biggest. Like the play of the game was Colson doing something. Okay, so the next thing was when I said she stands around under the basket to defend, and she had one other play which was like, oh, she blocked that thing, Rakia Jackson it was like the only play I've ever seen her do something defensively. That was a big deal. Yes, and it was a replay, and let's do this, and they called the foul, and no, and oh my God. But it made me think Rakia Jackson, one of the very few posts or people under the basket, might be somebody who takes dives or rigs the games too. Because I have to go back and look at the footage, but it was like, oh, here, Colson, it just looked like a play that might have been rigged or planned. I think Rickea Jackson. Now, I'm just letting you guys know oh, that's not true. I'm just letting you know what I'm thinking. These are like 2% chance. I throw shit on the wall, and then my crowdsourcing rules people would go, so somebody on the Sparks or somebody playing there would know, that obviously everybody knows Rickea Jackson is potentially affected by the white gay game riggers and the ESPN, just to make that clip. I mean, it's the only play. And then the obvious turnovers, I complained about obvious turnovers with ball handling. She's throwing the ball out of bounds a couple of times. Oh, it's only 4:12. Go away. Dismiss. So 3 more minutes. Okay, and then, so the obvious turnover. So the next turnover she does, they get very creative. Colson goes so slowly over the half-court line that it's a turnover, and that's also a ref involved in that. Like, who calls that even if they take their time, it wasn't that obvious. Everybody's like, what? Like, there was a turnover where Colson didn't dribble fast enough over the half-court line. Like, what the hell was that? Number one, I mean, that was all planned is what I'm saying, and the ref may have been involved in that one. The ref who called that may have been involved, and of course that was planned by Colson, and it was like just getting creative with how to do a turnover is what I'm saying. Okay, so in that second game after my video, so my videos get 1 or 2 views officially. I'm just telling you, I'm shadow banned. I've already proven in the past, I don't know how many more views I get than what it says, but I'm sure if there are 2 or 3 views, it's always the white gay Nazi men, and they responded to my criticism by trying to get various clips of Colson doing the opposite. So that's it. I'm just uploading this like this. I'm not even editing. I don't want to go to Flixier. It takes too much. I got to get ready. Got 2 minutes. And the nice thing, as I said, it's done. I'm uploading it right now. Bye. Hey, buy my Wordle Muses. That was a great idea. You inspired me. Everything's gonna be okay, everybody. Hang in there, and Godspeed to everybody coming out the other side in one piece. PIECE and PACE. The best takeaway is. Now, you never say it's safe with the mass shootings. I'm just saying on vibe-wise, Kelly and WNBA, I'm not saying relax. I'm saying please enjoy the All-Star game. Please enjoy your opening night in Vegas. Aja smiled. Everything's going to be okay. And if I start to get bad vibes, I always do it just the day before this stuff happens. Because you don't want to tip off the potential mass shooters if there's stuff going on, okay? So when I say everything's okay now, you got to wait for whatever I say, the day before. If I'm not saying anything, there's no vibes, okay? Now, I missed it the last one with Kelly. I had some bad vibes and I didn't say something, and now I feel bad. But in hindsight, it was a good thing I didn't say something because it really made all this stuff come out, and it showed me that there were some other people involved when they canceled. They just swooped in and canceled that thing. So you guys, the other thing is, it's not just me. I think there's a whole bunch of people watching now. Crowdsourcing rules is coming in. You're not alone. So for booth security, I think you're going to be okay, baby. I hope you can just relax and not feel unsafe. When you're up on the stage, do your thing, do your talent, and everything's going to be all right. I can't guarantee it, but I'm feeling good about that. Bye. Let's go this. The cats. Okay, bye.